So today we're going to be talking about core stabilization and basically in some special populations, and we're going to do some exercises for you, and we're also going to let you know some common conditions with that.
Most people think that doing core exercise, you're just doing crunches, you're just focusing on doing this, when really you have to focus on the smaller muscles, the stabilizers, which are going to run. I'm going to have you turn over for me. All the way from here to here, all the little muscles are going to connect all the way up to her cervical area. So multifidus is the most common core stabilizer, and it runs through every vertebral body, and it's going to really help stabilize the core. And you also have the erector spinae that are also going to run along the spine. These are all muscles that are smaller, but they're very effective, and they are going to, help stabilize.
Okay, so now besides the muscles Nicole just talked about, I want to talk about our corset muscles, which are our external and internal obliques and our transverse abdominis. And next, what we're going to talk about in a few minutes is how to work those muscles, but first we're going to talk about the special populations that may need core stabilization.
Some common conditions we use core stabilization are muscle tightness or strain. We have spinal stenosis, dysherniation, and degeneration.
Okay, so I'm going to go over how to contract the transverse abdominis. I'm going to explain to the patient exactly what to do. So Patty, what I want you to do is pretend like I'm dropping a huge ball in your stomach. So I want you to kind of brace yourself. Do you feel that? Yes. And a good way to also, if your patient's not understanding, is you could just slide your hand underneath their back and say, go ahead and push your belly button into my hand. Squeeze it. And I want you to hold it for about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So as we're doing this, we're going to progress into different exercises, and I want to educate her that it's important to keep contracting that core, her transverse abdominis, while she's doing an exercise. For instance, if she's going to do like a knee to chest or the bird dog, whatever she's doing, it's important to keep this muscle contracted. Now, if she fatigues, we can just have her do it for a longer period, so instead of maybe 5 seconds, 30 seconds, and so on. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Tiffany, and she's going to continue with some exercises.
Alright, hi guys. So today I'm going to show Patty some exercises using her core muscles, the ones that Nicole showed her how to contract. So the first one, we're going to bring her knee to her chest, and I want you to use the same core muscles and tighten it and bring your knee to your chest. So your hands underneath your back, and I want you to tighten it and make sure that you feel your back on your hand, okay? And then I want you to relax this leg, and then I want you to alternate each leg about 20 times.
Okay.
Alright, and relax.
Okay, this looks way too easy. Let's make this harder on Patty. So this time I'm going to actually have you extend your leg. You're going to roll it all the way out, and then you're going to bring your heel back up to your bottom, okay? The whole time though, I need you to go ahead and contract and hold it the whole time. How you doing?
Good.
A little bit harder?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to put my hand and I want to see if you're holding it.
Okay.
All right, Patty. There you go. A little harder. Squeeze it. There you go. Doing good. One more. All right. Good job. So I'm going to have Rosette come in, and she's going to show you some progressions of exercises.
Alright, hello Patty, how are we doing? Okay, so now we're going to do an exercise called dead bugs. Okay, so basically we're going to use the same techniques that Nicole had taught you with contracting your stomach, okay? But we're going to lift our hands all the way up to the ceiling, and at the same time we're going to go ahead and raise our legs 90 degrees. Can we do that? Alright, and then we're going to be holding this for 5 seconds, okay? So usually we'll do this hold for 5 seconds, we'll do 10 reps, and we're going to do that 3 times, okay? So go ahead and relax. Okay, and then another variation to that, we're going to do the same exact thing, but this time we're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to have one hand raised up, and then we're going to have the other leg go ahead and extend all the way to the ground, but not touching the mat, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and start off, and then do the opposite. Yep, there we go. We'll hold that for 3 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and switch. And then we're contracting this at the same time.
2, 3.
All right, good job, Patty. Now we're going to do an exercise called bird dogs. This is pretty much the same concept, only we're going to be on all fours, okay? So go ahead and turn around for me, and then we're just going to be on all fours. Okay, so like like how we did the dead bugs, we're gonna extend the opposite arm and then at the same time extending the opposite leg. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna wanna make sure that we're not tilting or rotating this pelvis, okay? So go ahead and relax. So I'm just gonna put this on your back, okay?
Okay.
So just try not to have this move or fall down, okay? So go ahead and try the exercise one more time. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna do some fun exercises which require standing and a TheraBand. So we have Laura and Nicole over here that are gonna help us.
Okay, Patty, let's get on your feet. So basically, I'm gonna have Patty do is hold on to that. When you get her in positions, we're gonna have her bend her knees, hold the core in. What I want you to do is stride out, go as far as you can. Go as far as you can. That's good. So when you get to that point where you can't go any further, I want you to go ahead and come back. Coming back is gonna be a little bit harder. Still want you to hold the core. There you go. And just go ahead and trickle back down to Laura. And you're gonna do that about 10 times. How you doing?
Good.
All right.
Okay, so I have a question. What if the patient can't control it while moving?
Okay, so we can modify this exercise. Patty, you can go ahead and just come over here and get in a kneel position. And from here, I want you to kind of hold it here. And she's gonna apply the resistance, and I want you to pull it forward and bring it back to your chest, and still holding on the core. You feel it?
Yes.
A little bit easier than doing the standing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easier.
So we're gonna do the same reps. Okay.
I'm tired. Can I have somebody healthier and younger doing it?
Pass the torch to Tiffany.
Okay.
Hello, guys.
All right, so for the more athletic population over here, we're gonna work on some planks, okay? So Tiffany, what I'm gonna have you do is actually lay over here, and I'm gonna want you to go on your forearms, up on your forearms, and then also up on your feet. Exactly, but we don't wanna raise this too high. Perfect. And then, so what we can do from here, we can hold this, but to make it a little bit harder, we can also lift these legs one at a time. Go ahead and do that for me. All right. And then we can also lift the hands up over here. Perfect. And to make that even harder, we can do the opposite arm and opposite legs at the same time. Go ahead and do that. All right. There we go. And then from here, we can also do side planks. So if you want to just go on your side, we're going to pretty much do the same thing, but we're going to lift up over here. And then we're going to, so we're just going to lift over here. Perfect. And then you can do some variations. You can have her raise her hand up and then go back down and there, and then come back out. Perfect. Oh man, is there a doctor in the room over here?
Actually, physical therapists can help in women health too. Let's sit down a bit. Let me talk about what's the problem while you're pregnant and after you're pregnant. Okay? The first one is a fancy word. It's the aphysis recti abdominis. That means your rectus abdominis muscle probably splitting while you're pregnant or after you're pregnant. And don't worry about that. We can help you with that. Okay? The second one is painful at your pubic symphysis or dysfunction because of the hormone during your pregnancy. So that one can cause you painful and your pubic symphysis is open more and probably get dysfunction from that. And incontinence because you're pregnant, it's 6 months now. The longer you're pregnant, the more your baby gonna push your bladder, so you probably have incontinence with that. All right, and obviously you're gonna have back pain because the way you walk, your posture, everything. But don't worry about that. We can help you with that. Since today we do core stabilization, we're gonna give you some exercise to stabilize your core muscle and your back muscle to help you with that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about precautions and some positioning strategies. Since she might have some pelvic pain or even stress incontinence, sitting down might not be the best position. So I'm going to have her lie in a semi-Fowler, and that's good too if she has GERD. So if she has any sort of acid reflux, having her in sort of a semi-upright position will help with that. In fact, when you go home, you're asleep if you feel like acid reflux. That's a really good way to sleep, okay? So what I'm going to do is just lift this up a little bit, and I'm going to have you go ahead and scoot back and just lie up. And I'm going to have Tiffany take over from here, and she's going to show you some exercises.
strengthen your pelvic muscles. But first we want to make sure that the patient and the baby is always safe. We want to monitor their vitals. We want to make sure that she's not feeling any pain or anything. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a Kegel. So imagine you're going pee and you want to stop that stream. You want to use those pelvic muscles to stop it and contract, okay? And so Kegel exercises are not the only thing that we need to focus on. We also need to focus on core stabilization, and Laura will go ahead and take over.
So since pregnant women, we need to keep the baby and the mother safe. So preferred position for the exercises would be a quadruped. So this is a quadruped position, and what we don't want is too much dipping in the hips or the arcing in the back. So Rose, what I want you to do is just pretend you have a hot plate of food on your back, and we don't want it to tip over. So what we can do in this position are perturbations. So don't let me move you. Okay, and then or extending the arm out. And also, if it's a little easier for her, we could also do some kicks. Good.
Alright, we hope you liked our video.
I hope this video was informative. I hope everybody got some background on core stabilization and what common conditions you can improve with that, and also to help with pregnant women. And yeah.
Keep it right, keep it tight.
There you go.
Later!